Will you stop that?
You
Will you stop that?
I'm an officer, I have integrity.
Shut up, your mouth, put
I will not shut up.
Will you get up?
I won't shut up.
I was in school, you're going to school.
Sir, you can't shut
Will you
me
keep
up?
quiet? Let me take food.
I'm not
You are the fool.
I'm not a
You
fool,
think
sir.
I shoot anybody like that?
Sir, I'm not
You
a
are the
fool.
fool.
I am not a fool, sir.
As at the time I graduated to a primary school,
I'm acting on
take
orders.
for which order? You see what I you learn here.
Sir, you can't call me a fool.
Go and put up your
I'm an officer. I'm not a fool, sir. I'm an officer.
You will kill everybody.
You be fool. You be fool. I no be fool. I have integrity. I'm an officer. Shey you be officer. You see, Wike owobo ti ya won pa yobi. Oriere, the military as an institution, there is one thing that is well known, that they don't forgive or forget humiliation. This is Nyesom Wike publicly humiliating, calling a military a fool. These bloody civilians, they don't know what they are into. But just listening to this analyst, a person who is well versed in security matters and has some gist to tell you about how the military behave.
The military does not forget humiliation. Now, I'm going to give you 6 scenarios in the past that confirm this statement. They don't forgive. What it means that they don't have what it takes to forgive public insult. They don't. Even in private. Not even talk of public humiliation. Please, I want this video to get to Wike. Let it get to Akpabio. Let it get to those politicians who are already saying that Yerima's uniform should be removed. You are playing with fire. Honestly, you guys forget so easily. I'm only trying to help you. Let this video get to Tinubu himself. Alright? Please give me a follow. Like my video. Comment on it. You will love it. Alright? Now, but before I say anything, hear this again.
I'm not
a fool.
I'm not a fool, sir.
Did you see how he nodded his head? He said, I am not a fool. That was the height of it. That was self-restraint. That was discipline. But they will never forget that moment. Now, let me give you 6 scenarios that prove that the army does not forgive. They don't forget. Especially public humiliation. In 1966, I mentioned that in my previous video. The politicians had got used to, seeing the army as their houseboys, insulting them, sending them on errands. Their wives talk to them anyhow, and the army felt disrespected. When the coup took place and then top politicians were deleted, you know what they said? They said, we are not your servant. You dragged us into this thing and we had to redeem ourselves. In fact, even the civilians supported what happened. You don't disrespect the army. That's number 1. Number 2, in 1975, talking about Govt when he ignored his own men and then started acting like a politician. Govt had stayed too long. The problem was not that he stayed too long, but that he was behaving like a politician, like an ordinary civilian. That's the worst thing you can do to an army. You are behaving like a civilian. Are you something wrong with you? You understand? Going from one party to another, mingling with politicians and all of that. It's not going to work. They felt insulted because that made the army look very weak. And what happened? They removed him while he was away. The message, you embarrass the army, we'll fix it. What about 1993? Talking about Babangida's election shame. IBB had cancelled June 12th election and then dragged the army in the mud. They were upset about that. And what did Abacha do later on? He took power. And the claim was very simple. We're restoring army's honor. The lesson, when general embarrasses the army, other generals take over. Then let's go to Egypt. In 2013, Morsi's big mistake. Civilian President Morsi tried to control the army far. Have you guys forgotten? The generals felt insulted and overthrew him with a clear message. No one insult the army and stays. And then something similar happened in Thailand, 2006 and 2014. It was captured, mocked the army, lose power, because civilian leaders who called the military useless were kicked out. Now, in their culture, making soldiers lose face means you lose your job. Now, number 6, remember NSAS, Buratai's warning around 2015 to 2021. Buratai said so many times, don't ridicule the uniform. Don't. And that was what Wike did. After NSAS, he warned that the army does not forget insult. Meaning, the army keeps quiet, but it remembers everything. See, Wike should have thought about this very clearly. An average Nigerian does not like a politician. We know what you guys have done to us and what you guys are still doing. You think we're happy with you guys? No, it's not true. We don't want the politicians. We're not happy with you guys. And with what is going on in Burkina Faso, in Niger, in Mali, you guys should tread with caution. I'm telling the truth. Look at the other
these things. Nigeria politicians, don't worry, they are immune. They think that they can fool Nigerians forever. But there's one thing that they keep forgetting, that you can fool all of the people some of the time, some of the people all of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. It is a fact. But Nigerian politicians, they are power drunk. And Nyesom Wike is like a demigod, and that's because he wrote results for Tinubu to come to power. So that's what is giving him so much power. And he has lost his sense of thinking. Don't worry. Like I said, APC will march. We see their march. APC will see their march.
arrogance. Look at the arrogance. So, how come the military does not forget? Does not forgive? Because see, one soldier's insult is everyone's insult. What you did to Yerima, you did to everybody, both living and dead. The uniform is sacred, number 2. Never disgrace it in public. They don't react fast, that's number 3, but they wait. When the government looks weak, they remind everyone who holds the real power. Now to Wike, you broke the golden rule. You can give orders, but don't disgrace the uniform. That's the rule you broke. And Buratai's warning makes sense right now, of course. Because from 1966 till today, the Nigerian army has proved only one thing. They forget nothing. Anyway, for now, this is what Beaver knows. What do you know?